Hi, stats students. Welcome to your last week of assignments before spring break. Hopefully, you guys had a chance to log into our live session Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. If you did, I'm recording this before that happens, but I am very excited to see you guys again. So I hope you made the time to log in. Your assignments for this week are all about analyzing statistics in our current world that we are living in. So you actually do not have a My Math Lab assignment this week. Hopefully for a lot of you that alleviates some of the technology stress that you've been having as you try to navigate through My Math Lab and all of the interruptions we've had in our service. I do know both weeks, the night before the assignment is due, I've had so many emails of people saying that the site is down. I think there's just so much traffic on that site. So we're going to pause from that site this week because we actually finished our unit that we were currently in statistics. And I don't want to start a new unit with you before we leave for spring break. So this seems like a great time to pause and look at the statistics of what's going on around us. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of these exponential graphs that have been going around. There's definitely a lot of math associated with this COVID-19 virus. So I want to look at this in a very statistical way. There are 3 assignments for you to do this week. So the first one is analyzing COVID-19 data based on this graph. So if you click on this video, it will show you an interactive graph that goes day by day and explains the number of cases per country. Once you watch that video, you're going to calculate, or you're first going to describe the shape and spread of the graph, the final graph that you see at the end of the video. Then you're going to calculate the 5-number summary and the mean of the final values at the end of the graph. So the last day of values in this graph is March 27th, which was Friday. So that is the most up-to-date information I have at the time that I'm recording this video. So you're going to look at you're going to calculate the 5-number summary based on the final number values in that graph. You're going to interpret your results in the context of the problem / the world. So remember that in statistics, a lot of the times you need to take your numerical answers and make them make sense. So explain to me what it means that the mean is a certain number, or that the minimum is a certain number, or a maximum is a certain number. Explain to me why that's important. Explain to me how that helps you understand the overall picture. You're going to type all of this into a Word document, or if you're not into typing out math, because I know it can be somewhat time consuming, if you'd rather not type it out, you're welcome to write it neatly on a piece of paper and just take a picture of that paper. You're going to submit it to the Schoology Dropbox. So this is what my screen looks like. When you guys submit it, it shows up on my screen like it needs to be graded. So that is your first assignment for this week. Your next assignment, we're going to look at the COVID-19 virus on a state-by-state basis. So there are 2 PDFs here. One PDF is data from all of the states in the United States. It talks about how many total cases they have in their state, how many cases per 100,000 people, because as you know, the populations of the state differ significantly, and then how many deaths that state has had because of the coronavirus. The second PDF here explains some of the different measures states are taking. So as you know, our governor ordered our stay-in-place order more than a week ago. So some states have followed along and some states have done other things as well. So this newspaper article explains some of the different precautions that different states are taking. So I want you to look at the data for our states and also look at this newspaper article explaining how each state is reacting to this virus. Once you look at the data, again, you're going to calculate the 5-number summary and the mean for the amount of cases per state. So you're going to look at the case number for each state, calculate the 5-number summary, and then you're going to also calculate the 5-number summary for the number of deaths per state. Then you're going to compare this data with the attached information in the newspaper article explaining the different measures each state is taking. to stop the spread. So I know that there's 50 states, right? So that's a lot of states to look at. So I just want you to choose 3 states to focus on. You're going to answer the following questions about those states. So first off, let me know what states you're choosing. So if you're picking California, Ohio, and Hawaii, tell me those. Then you're going to tell me what are the current restrictions in those states. You can use the newspaper article that I've attached. You can use your own resources. If you see down here, I said you may consult outside resources if desired. Please do not spread misinformation. Make sure you are looking at a reliable source. Okay, so if the resources that I have attached are not enough for you, you're welcome to look at other resources here. But what restrictions are currently in place in those states? How many cases does each of those states have? Do you think the restrictions are effective based off the number of cases that they have? So this is completely personal question, right? Opinion based. Don't feel like there's always a right or wrong answer here. Then again, completely opinion based. What else do you think the state could do to help stop the spread? Or do you think the state is overreacting? I don't want to put words in your mouth, so maybe you have a completely different viewpoint of this than what some of these articles are saying. So totally up to you. You can come up with your own opinion. But please just back up all of your claims with statistical evidence. Like I said, you can consult outside resources if desired, but please do not spread misinformation. Reading a tweet or seeing a post on Instagram about the coronavirus is not a reliable resource. So if you have an opinion, please make sure it is statistically sound and that you're not just randomly spewing things that you have no idea where you heard them from. Submit your assignment as either a Word document or a picture, again, just to this Schoology Dropbox. And your final assignment for this week, so we did the world, we did state by state. It should maybe make sense now that we're going to do completely local. So we're going to look at the San Diego COVID-19 cases. This information is updated from the weekend. It includes our information from Saturday at 8 a.m. So for this data, don't worry, you don't have to do the 5-number summary again. What you're going to do for this data is you're going to graph it using any method we learned in Unit 1. So you can make a pie chart, you could make a histogram, you could make a box and whisker plot, you could make a dot plot, lots of options. Graph it using any method you want, and explain what you can conclude based off your data in a paragraph containing at least 10 sentences. Describe the statistics to me. This is a very open-ended assignment, so you can take it in multiple directions. I just want you to look at our local data with a statistical mindset and explain to me what you see. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed that this is overwhelmed. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed that this is open-ended. I just want you to take this in whatever direction you're seeing this as. Tell me how you're viewing this whole situation from your viewpoint. You can look at our numbers in our county. You can also explain how this is impacting your daily life. I know 95% of you are seniors, so you can bring that into the situation and talk about how this is impacting your personal life and the difficulties and the things that you've had to give up because it is affecting you at this time in your life. So you can take this in any direction you want. Just again, make sure you're looking at it with a statistical mindset because this is your statistics class. So those are your 3 assignments for this week. If you have any questions about those assignments, please feel free to email me. I will caution you, if you email me, it will take me a little bit to respond. Over the weekend, I've received over 200 emails. So I am sorting through those and responding to people as quickly as possible, but please be patient with me. My final thought before leaving you is I know that this information can be a little scary to look at because it's currently happening in the world and we don't really know how things end. So please reach out to me if you need to talk, if you feel completely overwhelmed about diving into this sort of data and you're not able to handle that, please let me know and I can come up with a different assignment for you to work on. But I just thought that this was a way to really connect it to what's going on in the world around us and make what we've learned how to do in this stats class relevant to what's going on in the world around us. If this is the last time you're hearing from me, I hope you have a safe, healthy, and happy spring break. I hope you have a wonderful Easter, and I really hope to see you after spring break.